It's getting
That's
late
right.
early. Yeah, it's getting late early. All right,
Yeah.
so, let's talk about getting to the NFL. You know, I always
Mhm.
love hearing about what that feeling was like, not only when you got drafted, but the first time you do step onto that field for the first time. What was that experience like, for you coming out of college and hearing your name called?
Oh man. Uh, I tell you what, overwhelming, exciting. I came from Eastern Kentucky University, and we would get probably 25, 30,000 people at the game at the most. So, I didn't go to a big school, one of the Power Fives, nothing like that. And so when I got out to the stadium and seeing all the people and the fans just cheering, just feeling the energy, man, when I'm telling you, man, it just ran through my body. And it was something that I will never forget, and it was just like this big roar. And I'm looking around. It's almost like, man, look at all of these people. Look at all of these people. And so, man, this a little scary, a little intimidating. I know Priest them didn't experience any of those things because they play down in Texas. And I mean, shoot. I mean, they had crowds like that all the time. But for me, coming from small city, Eastern Kentucky University, you know, Cal Town in Richmond, I mean, it was a huge highlight, man, of my career. So a little intimidating, man, but I actually I loved it.
And you came into the league with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Mhm.
Um, what were your first impressions of that franchise, the Eagles? And
First
who was
impression,
your coach at that time? Because that was what,
yeah,
97? What year did you come?
96,
96.
96, and yeah, Ray Rhodes was there, and
Okay.
so Ray Rhodes, who was Green Bay's coach, he, was a head coach up there for a little bit, defense coordinator, became the head coach, and Ray was a special guy. He really was. I mean, the way that he would run the meetings, talk to the guys to get them ready for the games. I mean, I don't think I've ever heard pregame speeches like Ray gave. Okay. And I don't know what is this PG area, the priest, as far as on this, but Ray Rhodes would give it to us. He would absolutely give it to us. I don't know if I can say the things that he said on the podcast, but he definitely would get you fired up and enraged. That was like he would have you enraged to go out there ready to kill the other team. But that man, he did a great job as far as like getting the team ready, but man, when you tell about this NFL experience and coaches, and Ray was a former player, that's another thing though too. So not only did he coach in the NFL, but he was a former player, and so he understood exactly what that felt like and how to get guys ready.
Now, JD, let me ask you this. Tell me a
Hmm.
little bit about the condition of the stadium in '96 when you were there playing.
Oh
Because I remember my Baltimore years and going there to play a
yeah.
game, and it was just like concrete, a very thin layer of carpet on there, certain
Hmm.
patches where
That's
you would trip.
brutal.
What was that
Yeah.
condition? Do you remember?
Oh yeah, of course, man. Vet Stadium. I mean, that was man. It's like playing out there in the on concrete.
The concrete, exactly.
It was concrete, man. And I tell you what, I was telling somebody else the other day, Priest. The place should have been destroyed years ago. And we would see on the pipes big rats just running up and down the pipes. Uh, but for me, like I said, I came from Eastern Kentucky University. I don't know. For me, this the standard how it works in the NFL? Is this how it's supposed to look? I mean, water dripping down. And I don't know if you know this or not, Priest, but you probably heard this. So we were famous for having the visitor locker room having like a peephole.
I remember the infamous
Uh,
peephole.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
It does
okay.
exist,
Yes, sir.
Mark.
Okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh. And so, we couldn't see it ourselves. So it was always the visiting team. And so we said we would always give it a visiting team a peephole for the cheerleaders so they could be distracted. That was the reason. The people they
Distracted
say the
many linemen. I'm
guys were
sure
sitting
it
over
did.
there not getting ready. They sitting over trying to get a little peep of the cheerleaders before they go out. So get them out of the game.
Well, now we know where the genesis of him always being late was. While you guys are running out on the field, he's going back in.
Yeah,
There was
yeah.
no hot
So
tub. What are we talking about?
Oh man. So JD,
That's
just taking a look at the your background, man. It says welcome to the dungeon.
the
What do
dungeon.
we got
Yes,
going
sir.
on there? What are you doing in Kentucky?
Man, look, I have my own podcast called Chief Concerns. I've had you on Warfield. a lot of former players have been on. So this is part of what my deal is, Priest. So this board back here, I don't know if you know this or not, but I've coached for 14 years. So I coached high school, coached college, coached middle school, and now I'm coaching my grandson's flag football team. And when I get out there on the board, I get to talk to everybody how I used to run my meetings in college. And so I would always have me a nice speech that I would have prepared for the guys to get them going, right? Almost like I told you, like Ray Rhodes. But this right here, my little board, I put up here the keys to victory. We talk about a little board work. This is something that we do, man. This is just, and it brings me back kind of to coaching, Priest. It really does. But also, too, I get to write, little things up here as well. But this is when I tell people, welcome to the dungeon. You are coming down with JD, man. You are in my territory. And we're gonna have a good time down here. That's how it works. So
I like that, Mark. What do you think?
It's awesome. And looking at this play over here, over your right shoulder, what do we got going on over there? Is that a recent play you came up with, or are you just explaining some stuff?
yeah, this is me explaining pretty much blitz package. And this would be so scat protection, Priest. This would be scat.
Okay.
Okay.
Remember
Who will
that.
be hot on this is what we're looking at. So you actually got 6 coming, you got 5 blocking. So that means me and you would be hot.
That's right.
Okay. And so on this, that's basically what I'm giving on how this would look. So this is everybody, all the gaps are filled. But the pickup, the extra guy would be the quarterbacks. Quarterbacks got to get it out fast, and that's pretty much what you're seeing. This is it.
Okay. I
That's
I
all.
heard blitz package, and I just thought, "Oh, I'm getting something delivered in 2 days." You know what I mean? I'm like, "That's pretty quick." Wow, you got me all the way from Europe. All right, I'll take it.
Yeah,
And I also
yeah.
like this, the chief standard becomes the standard.
Hmm.
And,
Hmm.
Priest and I and some of our guests, we talk about, what it's like to be a chief, what it means to be a chief. Obviously, it's impacted you now as a coach to where you've put it up on this board. So, what is the meaning behind that? Like, if someone walks in the room,
Yeah,
how are they truly gonna understand those words that are behind you there?
I think so. And it's real simple. When we talk about standards in the NFL or any occupation that you do, you always want to go with the best. And so when we sit there saying that if you want to use any blueprint for a company, in this case, in the NFL and football, the Chiefs are the most successful team in the past 7 years. And I don't think anybody could really dispute that. And so when I say the standard is the standard, the Chief standard is the standard, that means that they have set the barometer on what a good team is in the NFL. Winning Super Bowls, winning championships, they do everything right. So that's when I go in and I explain this. That's what I mean that the Chief standard is the standard. And so everybody else is trying to get to that standard to win Super Bowls. And so that's what we've seen over the past few years. It's been the Chiefs that's been doing those things.
Yeah, so you're talking about Kansas City. Talk about your experience when you had that chance to now leave where you first were drafted to and now come into
Mhm.
the Kansas City Chiefs.
So being in Philly, like you said, Vet Stadium, because of obviously, the field conditions. I actually had gotten hurt when I was in Philadelphia, and so I had a chance and opportunity. Priest, I don't know if you know this or not, but I ended up having to sit out in the year '99 because my knee just wasn't right, and I got hurt. Had 2 knee surgeries up here in Philadelphia, had to heal. Gunther Cunningham was actually the defensive coordinator, became the head coach out in Kansas City, and he called me in. He called me in himself. Um, and he was like, Jason, he's like, I got to get you out here. When we played you up there in Philadelphia, you made a guy quit. That's what he told me. I'm not
Okay.
going to name the name who he said. He said, but you literally made this guy quit. He said, ever
Wow.
since then,
Yeah.
I wanted to have you on my team. So, like Priest told you earlier, like this was my forte. You see these meat hooks, okay?
Yeah.
I
I've
learned a
heard
lot
about
from
these,
Ed,
yes.
Ed West and Neil. Yeah, and I tell you what, this was my calling card. This was my calling card. I could block with the best of them. Tight ends today, man, a little bit more wide receiver wise. Their builds. But back in the day, man, Priest, you know this, man. Defensive end was 290, 300.
That's right.
That's the guys I had to block. When I came in my rookie year, I'm gonna tell you this, and I'll kind of go to that. My rookie year, I had to block Reggie White, Bruce Smith, Charles Haley. Kevin Green, Greg Lloyd, the whole Bills defense. Uh, I mean, Ken Harvey. I mean, you name it. I mean, it was Hall of Fame after Hall of Famer, week in and week out. And that's how I got introduced to the NFL. That's what I was doing, you know.
That's a
And
good
so when I
way.
got up to Kansas City, it was easier for me. So
I mean, that's how you get thrown into the fire.
Yeah, you
Jeez.
get thrown in and Hall of Famers, and you're going against some guys that just got a stout career. They got the
Yes.
mhm.
stats and incredible defensive players, and you get a chance to get a taste of old Jason Dunn. What do you call them? The meat hooks?
The
Yes,
meat
got
hooks,
the meat
The
baby,
meat
the
hooks.
meat
hooks.
hooks. Yeah. Now
Yeah.
listen, I will tell you this. This is a good story right here. All right, stories are fun. So I got Monday night, and I got to go against Reggie White. Okay, Minister of Defense, and the entire week they got him up on the board, you know, talking about Reggie White, what he's done. And in my head, I'm just running back, you know, the NFL film and watching Reggie White just take tackles and just tossing them like paper, you know, like it was just so easy, right? And I'm just like, man, I got this guy Monday night. And so we get up into the game and I'm blocking Reggie White, right? Actually, one of the guys that I was always been a fan of. Uh, and he didn't say anything to me. I blocked him for like an entire half, nothing out of Reggie. No talking, no nothing. He doesn't toss me. And I'm sitting over there talking like, man, Reggie hadn't said anything to me. And somebody's like, just wait. And so we go through halftime, come out halftime, third quarter. I'm blocking Reggie, and our running back, Charlie Gardner, breaks out for about 35 yards. Well, I'm heading back to the huddle, and Reggie White hits me on my butt and was like, man, that was a good block. I turned around like a fan, with my hand out, said, man, thank you, Mr. White. That's what I said.
You was in awe.
Yeah, I was
That's
in awe. I was in awe.
that's
Reggie White
hilarious.
told me I had a good block. And I came to the sideline and somebody's like, man, did you just try to say Reggie White's in? I'm like, man, that's Reggie White. Yes, I did. I sure did. Absolutely. So stories like that, man, is just you know, when we go through these moments, Priest, you know, I don't know, you kind of reminisce and go back, like little things just that click to you at times and memories that we have that's just so valuable to us that people just don't see, you know. So first, I just want to say I love you doing this, brother. I just love you doing this, man.
Breaking news from Bet365. New customers bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets, win or lose. Sign up, place a bet for $5 and get $150 in bonus bets, win or lose. Bonus bets can be used on the spread, player props, futures, and so much more. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365.
Hey, do you have a gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER in Arizona, Colorado, Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maryland, North Carolina, New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, and Virginia. Or 1-800-BETS-OFF in Iowa. 21 plus only, 18 plus in Kentucky. Please gamble responsibly. Must be present in Arizona, Colorado, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, and select parishes in Louisiana, Maryland, North Carolina, New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, and Virginia. $10 minimum deposit required. Terms and conditions apply. In-app only.
This has been a Playmaker production.